just no new people are coming into the industry. So there's obviously an aging workforce, and then there's no new people to replace the people that are, coming out of construction. Investing in your workforce instantly, you've helped a client out. Obviously, we've kept some guys busy, we've upskilled them. They don't have to pay for that. They've got that cert now that they can use in the future. And yeah, it's just the main thing is upskilling the guys that you've got, because it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, that's wicked. I mean, I know you've put money in it, investing that, but it's helping everyone out, isn't it? And it's also you're going to get that back anyway, eventually.
Exactly.
With the work. Yeah. What about like CVs and stuff? Do you help build CVs and things like that?
Not necessarily help with CVs, but for example, last week my boss Alex went into the job centre and they asked him, "Oh, can you do some mock interviews?" So they lined up 10 guys, like construction related, guys that wanted to come and practice interview skills. So he sat there and like all day, one by one, was just interviewing these people. And a couple of them, a few didn't show up, which is obviously bound to happen. And obviously I was thinking, he's still got another like 5 months until he gets out. Like, he's going to lose my business card. Like, he's not going to keep it safe. And then the other day I get a call and he's like, "Is that you, Riley?" And I was like, "Hello." And he was like, "It's Scott. Do you remember we met at Spring Hill back in April?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Hi." And he was like, "I've kept your business card safe in my wallet ever since we met, and I've been looking forward to like giving you a call once I get."
Join us for your weekly deep dive into the beating heart of UK construction. From groundbreaking projects to game-changing innovations, the UK Construction Podcast brings you face-to-face with the industry's brightest minds and boldest thinkers. Each episode features candid conversations with construction leaders, architects, engineers, and on-site experts who share their hard-won insights and behind-the-scenes perspectives. We cut through the noise to deliver actionable intelligence on market trends, emerging technologies, and the forces shaping British building.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Today we're delving into the world of recruitment. We have Riley Pond, who's a contract manager at construction recruitment firm, The Labour Desk. Thanks for joining us, Riley.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad you made it back. You had a good night out last night, and at the
last minute night out. They're always the best ones. But travelled back this morning.
Had a cook.
It was really good.
Yeah, nice. I see you got a nice dude there in the background, pig's head, hog's head.
Bro, yeah.
Wicked.
Not too distracting.
Nah, it should be all right. It should be all right. Before we start this, I thought I'll let the viewers in on sort of how we met. So I'd seen Riley on LinkedIn a little bit because she's on there quite a lot. And I thought, right, it should be pretty cool to interview. So I hadn't contacted her. And then I'd started a new job at Liverpool Street. And then all of a sudden, she started appearing on the train, like getting on the next stop to me. I thought, that's weird. And I thought, I'm not going to just bowl up to her and say, hello, I'm on LinkedIn. I fancy being on my pocket. I thought that'd be a bit weird and awkward. But then one day, she sat next to me, put her hood up, snuggled up, went to sleep. I thought, I'll leave her alone. And then when we stopped, I said hello. She's like, "Who are you?" And then that was it. I thought, I said, "I'm Jim. Come on my podcast." And she said, "All right, then, no worries." And that was it. So here she is. Thanks for doing that.
It's all right. I've never heard of stranger danger before. I'm a bit.
No, it's all good. I'm good. I'm safe. Don't worry. So tell me about Labour Desk and what you do there then.
I'm a contracts manager. So my job is to basically bring in new clients, manage the accounts and like grow them, and then fill the roles as well. So it's like a 360 role. But we do anything in construction. So anything from a labourer for a day or a whole project team for the duration of the project, basically. So we do labourers, all trades, site managers, stuff like that, all over the UK.
Cool. So do you deal? So it's just the clients. You don't deal with the candidates.
Yeah, I deal with both. So I deal with the client side, and then obviously look after the clients and make them place orders. And then when they place orders, I speak to candidates and put them on site.
Wicked, cool. How did you get into this then?
Well, I know everyone like says, I just fell into it. So I used to work in my previous job. I used to work with Natasha, or I met her through my previous job, who works for the Labour desk, and ended up leaving my old job. And she introduced me to her husband, Alex, who owns the company. And it was just before Christmas, and he was like, "Well, just try it out. If you don't like it, at least you can get a couple of months' wages before Christmas, and then try out something else." And yeah, it all just went really well, and I just kind of picked it up quite quickly. And then yeah, it's been like 2 years now. So
Nice,
yeah,
nice. Yeah,
yeah,
you seem to be thriving anyway. You seem to be doing all right there.
yeah, it is going well. It is going well.
Um, you told me on the train actually a while back that you only really deal with temps,
Mhm.
rather than the permanent people. Why is that?
Um, well, I think when Alex set up the company like 8.5 years ago now, that was primarily what he'd always done. So he started in recruitment like 20 years ago or 22 years ago. And that's what he's always done. But I think as a company and like as how we all are as individuals, we like it quite fast paced. And temps is like you get an order, you got to fill it sometimes within an hour. Whereas permanent roles, it's a slow burner. I don't really have the patience for it. And I just like the quick turnaround. And yeah, I think that's just, yeah, we just stick to what we know, really.
Fair enough. Yeah. So yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, sort of knuckle down on what you excel at and make that
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, like
So
clients ask us like if we could fill certain perm roles, and we would do it like we do it for our clients, but we don't advertise that we do perm roles. It's just mainly temps.
sure. Yeah. So um, there is a there's a skills shortage at the moment. It's quite widely known. Are there any
Mm.
sort of particular skills of trade that you're finding especially hard to find right now?
Um, yeah, I mean, I would say in particular, which we posted recently about on LinkedIn, is asbestos ops. So like people that are trained to go in and remove asbestos, whether it's licensed or non-licensed. And just no new people are coming into the industry. So there's obviously an aging workforce, and then there's no new people to replace the people that are, coming out of construction. So yeah, that's probably the main thing. And we feel that a lot through like clients or new potential clients. They'll reach out to us because their current agencies can't find the people. So,
Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely a shortage there.
Yeah, I've actually got a load of Aussie boys on my site actually. I'm
Oh, really?
yeah, so I'd love to
Give them
work
my
for them.
business card.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, yeah, I'll do that.
Send them my way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, construction has taken quite a hit recently, in it. So like the sort of last year or so. Have you seen that on the ground, yeah?
Yeah, I think the start of the year was definitely like slow. Like I
Mm,
thought, oh God, if it's going to carry on like this through the whole year, then this is going to be bad news. But I do think that it started to pick up. Like the summer, I mean, the summer's always crazy busy. It's silly season, but um, yeah, I definitely think it started to pick up again. A lot of things still like on hold or being pushed back, and people worried to like go ahead with things. But at the end of the
yeah.
day, it's got to be done at some point. So
It has, and the thing is, I get people contact me like all the time over my social media and stuff like that, like saying, I'm really struggling right now. Can you give me some advice on that? And I sort of tell them the same thing, like there's a lot of uncertainty in the market and it's really slow.
mm,
A lot of fleets are running on 40% capacity.
yeah.
And one of my pals, I gave him your number actually, Danny. One of my pals recently said, like, can you help me?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm out working today.
oh, did
Is he
you?
yeah, is he a slinger or a
He's a
supervisor?
slinger, yeah, slinger supervisor and crane operator. He's out today, is he?
Yeah, I got him working in on a Higgins site.
Oh, well done. Nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Cool.
contacted a few people for him, like slingers and that, on other jobs. I said, is there anything on your job? And they said to me, there's about four of them. They said, no, I'm out of work. I'm looking myself,
Yeah.
And then another
Mm.
one said, he gets contacted. He used to get contacted weekly by companies and agencies offering
Yeah.
him work, but he hasn't had anything for months. So
Yeah.
it is definitely like that.
It's weird. It comes in waves. Like we get weeks where it's absolutely crazy, and there'll be like a specific job role that like everyone's calling about. They're like they need one. So it
Right.
feels so good to be able to reach out to the people and be able to offer it to multiple candidates, if you know what I mean. But then it goes through the quiet patches, and you've got all the same people contacting you saying, "Oh, there's no machine work, or there's no, I don't know, like demolition work, for example." And it's frustrating from our side to not be able to give them something.
Yeah, but you are seeing people start to invest more now, though. Yeah, there is
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, what's one thing you think could improve the state of recruitment in construction today?
Well, linking it to the shortage is making construction more appealing from people at school and stuff like that. So they're made
Yeah.
aware of the pathway in construction, and you can earn some really good money. And like say, you could start as a labourer, and then in however many years' time, you could end up being project manager, contracts manager, just yeah, just making it more appealing to people. And it's looked as quite a dirty, like construction as a whole is quite a, people think it's a dirty job and stuff like that, but it doesn't have to be.
Mm.
And yeah, just making it more accessible for younger people as well to get into it.
100%. Some companies are doing that now, going into schools and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I think it goes further than that. Once they're in, you got to try and keep them in because the retention rate is quite
exactly.
low at the minute, isn't it? So,
Yeah,
it's not great out there. It's quite stressful, long hours and that. So some
yeah,
people, particularly like apprentices, I think, they come in thinking, oh, this will be great. But then after a little while thinking, oh, this ain't really what I sort of,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Because what we like to do, because we go into like community centres, job centres, prisons and stuff like that. When we're speaking to like the younger people, our main thing is get them the qualifications, get the CSCS card for them to just start as a labourer on site. Because say they go in with a thing, thinking in their head, oh, I think I'll probably like bricklaying, or I think I'll probably like carpentry, and they go and do it, and they don't like it straight away because
Yeah.
they haven't done like the basic base. Let's go onto site as a labourer. Let's look at all the different trades there is, or all the different job roles, and then pick what you want to do, and then like specialize in it. That's like the main thing that we try and tell people to do so that they
Yeah.
don't rush into things.
It's a great idea, actually. Funny you mentioned prisons, actually. I was going to mention that. I noticed a post the other day. You got a bit of a story to tell on that, and your prison
Yes.
visit.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. So back in April, we went to Spring Hill prison, and it's the prison where people have been in for quite a long time, and then they go there before they're released. So me and my boss Alex, we went in, and had loads of people come in and talk to us, and we was just telling them about construction. We were speaking to them about what they previously did. A lot of them very skilled people, like they've got MVQs and stuff in,
Mm.
or they're plumbers, or they're carpenters, or yeah, loads of really skilled people in there. And this one guy I gave my business card to, and obviously I was thinking he's still got another like 5 months until he gets out. Like he's gonna lose my business card. Like he's not gonna keep it safe.
Mm.
And then the other day I get a call and he's like, "Is that you, Riley?" And I was like, "Hello." And he was like, "It's Scott. Do you remember we met at Spring Hill back in April?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Hi." And he was like, "I've kept your business card safe in my wallet ever since we met. And I've been looking forward to like giving you a call once I get out." And they told me like he was based down south, and he said that he's obviously looking for work. And I did have a project down there, but because he didn't drive, like public transport it was hard for him to get there, so I couldn't get him on that. But I kept in touch with him, and even if it wasn't me giving him work, I will like stick by him and like keep him motivated, because he was texting me a couple of days saying, "Oh, like I can't find nothing, like I'm gonna give up." And he was really like getting in his head, and he was getting really like upset about it. And I was just like, it's frustrating for me that I couldn't give him anything, but all I
Mm.
could do was like support him and like try and keep him feeling positive. And then I get a selfie sent to me the other day of him in his high vis like stuff, and he was like, "Go on, Riley, we did it!" Like, and he was
Yes.
so happy.
Wicked,
Yeah, that was
wicked.
good.
Yeah. So the thing is, I mean, you go into these things with the best of intentions, don't you? And they may or may not be a success. So it must be really, really nice when you get that, when you
Yeah.
know that you just impacted at least one person's life.
100%. And that's better than anything. Like
Yeah.
even if just one person like if I impacted them in some sort of way, then yeah, then I feel good about that.
Yeah, nice. Um, so what are, I mean, that's a success story, but what are the challenges? What are the biggest sort of challenges you find in your job?
Um, well, I'd probably say the main thing, the hardest thing, is that we're relying on the most unreliable product in the world, and that's people.
Yeah.
So they're very unpredictable, and the last thing you can do is drag them out of bed, and that's what annoys me because you can put in all the background work, you can talk to them for days. They're really, really appreciative. Like, thank you so much. Like, I've been out of work for a little while now. Really appreciate the opportunity. I'll be there 15 minutes early. I'll drop you a text when I arrive, and then they'll just drop off the face of the earth, and it's just you're just like really. It's always the nice ones. It's always the nice ones that you're like, oh, this guy, oh, he seems so lovely, and
Yeah.
then he just lets you down. Yeah, that's the hardest thing.
So what do you do then? How do you handle that then?
So any jobs that are like so in London, usually it's like pretty easy. We've got a load of guys that we trust that we know are going to turn up to work, and we just keep them busy. So we just keep reusing them, and then obviously introduce new people, and then hope that they're like decent. And then once that we know they're decent, keep them busy. Any areas that are like rural and like not much around, then we'll always line up too. So we'll have like a spare person in the background just in case. And he knows he's second, like he knows he's back up. Just
Mm.
because if this guy doesn't turn up, then we can call him in basically.
Yeah, gotcha. But what about on the client side? What's your biggest challenges on the client side?
I would probably say like managing unrealistic expectations, and probably dealing with like awkward clients, let's just say.
Yeah.
I mean, often I don't mind, or because I like all my clients, like, and I only have clients that like I can build a good relationship with. But obviously, the downside of that is sometimes you'll get a text on a Sunday night or saying that they forgot to organise something, and then you've got to get the laptop out and start filling roles for the next day. But when you're doing it for people that you don't like, you don't mind doing it for, then
Yeah.
like I don't mind doing it. It helps
Yeah.
us all out in the end. But yeah, I think some clients, they when they say, oh, they're 100% going to be there tomorrow. They're 100% going to be there. I'm like, nothing's 100%,
Mm.
but I'm not gonna overpromise and underdeliver. I'm only as good as my last supply. If they don't turn up, it looks bad on me. So I've
Mm.
got every intention to give you someone that's going to turn up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just about keeping them down on earth, basically.
Yeah. And like I say, it's good, it's all about building relationships and having that relationship and the trust thing. I think that's really
Yeah,
important.
trust is massive. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next bit. So you're a board member of BITA X. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
fair play to you. So, can you explain what that is?
Now, a quick word from our sponsor, Webb Motion Media.
Are you ready to transform your online presence? At Webb Motion Media, we're not just another digital agency, we're your partner in digital success. Our expert team delivers results-driven SEO that puts you at the top of search rankings, stunning web designs that convert visitors into customers, and data-backed PPC campaigns that maximize your ROI. Plus, our conversion rate optimization ensures every visitor counts. Don't just take our word for it. Our clients see an average of 40% increase in online revenue within the first 6 months. Ready to elevate your digital game? Visit our website from the links below this video, or call us today for a free consultation, and let's turn your digital dreams into reality.
Well, BITA as an organisation is a networking organisation, and they've got chapters all over the country, and also Dubai, I think America now, Ireland, yeah, loads of different places. And it's basically, well, it's all based around construction, so it's about getting people together in the same industry, networking and stuff like that. But BITA X is the under 35s chapter, so we're basically, our aim is just to get like-minded under 35-year-olds all together, and then the people, our age group now could be the future decision makers. So we get everyone together now and getting to know each other, then yeah, it's good.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. You're shaping the future. Don't mess it up then, will you? I feel sorry for
Yeah,
the
I'll
young.
try not to.
I feel
I
sorry
wouldn't
for the
trust
youngsters,
me.
actually. You're doing all right, I think, so far. But the world's gone mad, though. Not even just in construction. The world's gone mad anyway, like everything
Mm,
politically and all that. So I think I feel bad for the youngsters who've got to try and put everything right, really.
yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it. Um, so you've been a finalist at a couple of awards as well, haven't you? The emerging young leader and the women in construction finalist. Well done,
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, that was quite a good that's both this year. Oh no, it wasn't. I think one was last year, one was this year. But
Right.
yeah, no, it was a good achievement, I think. Never won it, but it's all right.
Nah.
Becoming a finalist is good enough for me.
Yeah, yeah. You got some recognition. What does it come to be? What do you need to do then to be an emerging young leader?
Well, I was nominated for it. I didn't apply.
Right.
But they basically you have to answer a load of questions. Like you've got to write down what like charity work you've done, like just lists of like background questions about work, what you do, and then once you get through that round, then you have to do like an interview, and then you have to be filmed in like this studio, and like I was so awkward. I was so hot. And I was like sitting on this chair and there was these big lights and stuff and they was asking me questions and I kept stuttering and I was horrible. I was like, oh, I've really messed that up. But then yeah, and then on the night they like show the videos, like clips of you talking and stuff like that, and then they announce the winner. But there's like proper judges and stuff, and it was a good experience. Put me out of my comfort zone, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Well, that's a good thing, though, isn't it? It's good to go out your comfort
Yeah,
zone sometimes.
yeah.
Have you ever been like a panelist on one of those as well, though,
Um,
like a judge?
no, never been a judge. No,
Well,
no.
I reckon
I
you will
think
be one day.
I'd feel sorry for everyone. I'd be like, oh, I want to pick you up. It's a draw. It's a draw, everyone.
Yeah. Um, so what women in construction, have you seen any real changes in the industry in terms of supporting women coming into construction?
Yeah, I mean, I've not been in the industry for that long, so I don't know. I can't really comment on what it was like back in
Yeah.
the day. But I mean, since I've like been in the industry, even when I first started, I knew that I felt outnumbered and a bit intimidated in a room full of men networking or walking onto site and it just be men. But I suppose in myself, like growing confidence. So now I don't really mind. I'll walk in and I'll go up to the man and just be like talk to him. And people seem really like open to talk to me back. I think when I first didn't really know what I was talking about and I was still learning, obviously you think, oh, I'm a girl, I know nothing about construction. And I'm talking to a man who's been in construction for the past like 40 years. Obviously,
Mm.
they don't seem very receptive, but yeah, I feel like now men are championing women to be like together rather
Mm.
than thinking that they're better or women thinking they're better than men. I think they're coming together and doing it equally, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think so. I think there are still some dinosaurs out there, though, some
Oh
blokes,
yeah,
that are not really that receptive to it, but it is dying
yeah.
out, and to be fair, mostly women are brighter than men anyway. So, um,
Exactly.
you're not meant to agree.
Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah. Uh, um,
Mm.
so what about training? Is it right that the Labour desk they train people as well? Yeah. What does that
Yeah,
involve?
what I mentioned earlier about
Oh yeah.
the Cat Bs, so they're or well the non-licensed asbestos removal. So we went to obviously we supply them types of people, them types of operatives, but there isn't many of them. And we went to Dubrovnik for the NFDC convention, which is the National Federation of Demolition Contractors. So it's like an organisation which pretty much all of the big demo firms and smaller demo firms are associated with, and they get audits and stuff on site to make sure that they're doing like the right things with the right operatives. So we went out there to Dubrovnik, and pretty like 80% of the people that we spoke to, the companies that we spoke to, said for the life of them, they can't find Cat Bs. So we was like, okay, well, what can we do about it? So when we come home, we reached out to the people that said to us that they were struggling, and we said, if we was to put 10 of our good strip out guys through the training, would you be able to place them on site? So obviously it's a big investment. It's like it's over £1,000 to put all these people through training. It wouldn't go to waste. Obviously we would find jobs for them, but we kind of wanted the reassurance that we were going to get them out on site. They said, yep. So literally the next week, put 10 guys through. I think we've got another 10 booked in, and they're out working. So
Wow.
yeah, so that just investing in your workforce
Yeah.
instantly, you've helped a client out. Obviously, we've kept some guys busy, we've upskilled them. They don't have to pay for that. They've got that cert now that they can use in the future. And yeah, it's just the main
Yeah.
thing is upskilling the guys that you've got, because yeah, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, that's wicked. I mean, I know you've put money in it, investing that, but it's helping everyone out, isn't it? And it's also
Yeah,
you're going to get that back anyway, eventually
exactly.
with the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about like CVs and stuff? Do you help build CVs and things like that?
Not necessarily help with CVs, but for example, last week my boss Alex went into the job centre, and they asked him, "Oh, can you do some mock interviews?" So they lined up 10 guys, like construction related, like guys that wanted to come and practice interview skills. So he sat there and like all day, one by one, was just interviewing these people. And a couple of them, a few didn't show up, which is obviously bound to happen. But a couple of them now we've got working out on site for us. So
Yeah.
we've obviously, these people go into the job centre looking for help, and we're like trying to bridge the gap between actually just saying that we're going to help them and actually helping them. So yeah, now they're out working for us.
Yeah, cool. I think that's really important, particularly like a lot of construction people are not that academic and
Yeah,
maybe not that great at communicating in that sort of environment. I mean, funnily
exactly.
enough, I was on the phone. I'm partnered with a lifting training centre, and I was on the phone to the owner the other day. He said, "So I just got a quick call," and I could hear in the background. And he was quite short with the guy, and this guy, "Oh, some of these people, like they say they can't find work," but he said, "It's like you do training, yeah, you guarantee job." It's like, no, I don't guarantee work, mate. Oh, you guarantee job, and it's like when they talk to people like that, it's no wonder they're
Yeah,
not finding work.
I know, I know. This is the thing though, it's like, well, people say like that, well, when we go into like the prisons and stuff like that, and you've got people that have like obviously got, some people have got like just anger in them and they just want to get their anger out. It's like, okay, let's get them a CCDO card and get them smashing shit up on site. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
perfect. And they can just like, they can get it out their system that way. That
yeah,
is the perfect thing for you. So
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
not academic, go out in construction and work on site.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I've done that myself actually. The old sledgehammer on concrete. It's
Yeah.
great fun. Um, so let's talk about your sort of mental side and physical side. You seem to be everywhere. All these site visits and networking events and the wall panels and all that stuff. How do you balance all that with your actual day job?
Um, well, I don't.
Oh,
No, I do, no, I do. I don't know. There's definitely not enough hours in the day, but I don't know how. I just make it work. Like
yeah,
I do just make it work. It like the summer's been very long. Like we've all been doing like 7 days a week. And I mean, you see me on the first train of the morning, so
yeah,
starts early. But yeah, I don't know. I just get it done. It's gonna
yeah,
benefit everyone in the long run.
yeah,
And yeah, I just kind of try and balance it that way. The one thing a day for me is I have to make sure I go to the gym before work. If I
yeah.
don't do that, then I start to go crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of your thing. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
noticed that. Yeah, I noticed the other day when it was train was late and that we had to get off. So, I said you're gonna have to cut your gym time down. She's like, no, not doing that.
You're gonna have to wait another half an hour for me.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
got to have these things. I mean, meeting different people and that is pretty cool, but it must be quite exhausting. I think I feel burnt out of it after a while.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's some weeks where you have like 3 or 4 networking events, or there's something in the day and then there's something in the evening. Then you've got like a meeting with a new potential client, and you constantly got to be this like person that's like bubbly and
Yeah,
smiley, because you keep telling yourself, well, people buy from people, so you can't be a moody, I was going to say
yeah,
swear then, but you can't be moody. So yeah, it
yeah,
is exhausting. It's tiring, and you come home and like you lay on the bed and you're like, "Oh, can like
y-
finally just sink into the bed and be moody."
yeah. Well, that's right. I mean, it's like radio presenters, isn't it? They got to be happy all the time. I say it to my barber as well, and the salon people that do my hair. So you have to talk to all these people all the time, every day, and you've got to be happy and you've got to be
Yeah,
interested in that. I think that would just fucking do my head in. You know
yeah.
what I mean? I
And like,
just,
man, they're probably having to repeat the same story. Like, say they've been on holiday. Oh, how was your holiday?
yeah,
And it's like, oh
exactly.
yeah, this. Yeah,
Exactly. And do they
it's
mean it, really
tiring.
mean it? Yeah, yeah, that's not for me. Um, so looking ahead, what's next for Labour Desk? The Labour Desk. What have you got anything big coming up or anything?
So well, we've looked into next year, of like the events and stuff that we want to do, and how we can maybe grow as a company, because we are growing. So we're taking on someone new soon, to like help out with the resourcing side of things, like filling the roles, because we're only a small team. There's 5 of us,
All right.
and obviously people, when we say that to people, people are like, "What?" Because
Yeah.
I guess like our presence on LinkedIn, we never say we're a massive company, but people just assume.
Yeah.
And yeah, the numbers that we're doing, like the amount of guys that we have out on site for how small we are, and that is like, it's pretty impressive. So if we want to keep up with that, we need to bring someone new on to help out.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's the plan for next year, I think.
Would you say it's a 24/7 job?
Yes.
Is it?
I say there is not a moment that I haven't got my work phone like glued to me. Like,
Yeah.
well, I suppose when I'm sleeping, it's on the chair next to me, but
Yeah.
like it's 24/7. It is not 9 till 5. Like, as soon as my eyes open in the morning, there is something that I could be doing for work and the
Yeah.
weekends as well. But
But do you like that though?
I do. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the type of person who likes being busy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I do thrive from being like rushed off my feet. I like the day going fast. I hate sitting around twiddling my fingers.
Yeah.
But then obviously you start to think like, oh, my actual life admin. I'm so unorganized with my life admin. Like,
Yeah.
people's birthdays, like, forget it. Like, I'm gonna be panicking in the morning of buying a present, because I'm just so useless. Because I think
Yeah.
you get so consumed by like, oh, right, I've got to do this, got to do
Yeah.
that, and feel like you can't be organized in both sides of your life.
Yeah.
So you've got to pick one.
Yeah. I get that totally. Totally. Yeah. So last question now.
Mhm.
Finally, what advice would you give to people who are struggling to find work at the minute?
Um, don't give up, for sure. Things comes in waves. Maybe try and upskill if you can. Try and get more tickets under your belt so that you can do different types of jobs, so you're not limited to just one. Sign up to as many agencies as you can, because there's no harm in joining all of them, and then one's going to pull through and find you some work. But yeah, just keep positive. Catch up with the agencies every day and just make sure they remember you're there.
Hmm.
And yeah, that'd be it really, probably.
The thing is, the thing with upskilling, so the training centre who I'm partnering with, he's got a bit of a moral dilemma because obviously he's selling like crane tickets, slinger tickets, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But once people have passed, they're like contacting him like a few months later with a wide hump saying, I can't find any work, this, that, and the other, blah, blah,
Really?
blah. And it's like, well, he's sort of like, what do I do? But I've got to sell, this is my business. So
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think people should still just be buying these tickets, or do you think they should hold off, or what?
Well, it's hard. I suppose it depends what it is. So, for example, if you're a CCDO, there's different levels: green, red, blue. So, if you're a green, you're limited to the amount of stuff that you can do in demolition. Whereas if you're red or blue, obviously then you can start using the machines and stuff. So if there's big jobs that they obviously use a lot of people on site, they use a lot of CCDOs, it would make sense if they're looking for the higher level to invest and do the higher level.
Yeah.
But obviously that comes with a price, which is not everyone can afford. And
Yeah.
now they've changed the rules that the CCDO card, I think, is only going to last for 2 years, and then you have to do the upper level, which obviously you're stuck between a rock and a hard place with thinking that's a good idea, because then we're going to have no green ones left, and there's no new people coming into the industry. So it's like, it's hard. It is hard. It's hard to know what the right thing to do is, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you seeing? I'm getting a lot of red card operatives. Not literally, people won't touch them. Are you seeing that?
What for, like, as in the red operator card?
Yeah, the red cards like for slingers and crane operators and all
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
To be fair, I've never really had an issue with getting, like, booking one on and the client turning them away, unless it's like quite a big site. Then, like, yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to do that. But they've got to be given the opportunity to be able to progress on to the next bit. So
Yeah,
they've got to start somewhere.
They have, but the companies, especially like the tier one companies, they're just not wanting to pay the insurance for red cards in a minute. So
well, yeah, I suppose that's what I mean with, like, the bigger companies. So if they can start on the smaller ones, subcontractors, stuff like that, then hopefully they can progress.
Well, that's it for me, Riley. Thanks very much. What you got planned for the rest of the day? Chill out.
I'm going to go to the gym, of course, and then I don't know, I might go to the pub later, have a beer or something.
Yeah, you got to have a rest day from the gym, surely. You got to have rest days.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't go on Friday, so yeah, I need to go. I need to go today, and I drank last night, so I need to get rid of it. Need to burn it off.
Fair enough. Nice one. Well, you enjoy your day. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, and I'll probably see you Monday.
Pleasure.
Oh, tomorrow. I'll see you on the train.
Yeah. Nice one. See you later.